Hello, students. Good morning. Hope you are learning well at homes. Today I am going to start a new topic in English grammar, that is simple future tense. Beforehand, I would like to recall that we have started with our present and past tenses. In that, we have read about simple present tense and simple past tenses. Thereafter, we propagated to past continuous and present continuous tenses. In this, we have read that when we talk about present tense, then we talk about the present time, what is happening right at this time, at the time when we are speaking. And while using the past tense, we generally denote the actions, we tell about the actions that has already been done in the past. And now we are going to discuss about the future tense. Future tense, as you know pretty well, that we talk about the actions that are going to happen in the coming time, that is in future time. So this must be clear to you. Present means at the time of speaking, in the present time, and past that has already been done, that has happened in a point of time in past. And now what is going to come, what we are planning for our future, what in the coming time. If we want to tell about the actions that we are planning for the future, planning for the coming time, there we use this future tense. Here you can see on the screen, here you can see we are talking about simple future tense. In this, we talk about future actions. Here you can see the future actions, that the actions that are going to happen in the coming time, the time that is yet to come, that has not yet come, that is supposed to come in future. So these future actions are discussed in this future tense, simple future tense. Here we you see as it is visible here, we talk in this simple future tense about future actions. And future plans means you are planning for something, so that plans you will execute in future. For suppose that you want to visit Taj Mahal, so you will plan that I will visit Taj Mahal next month or next week, whatever. So for this purpose, we use certain words. We use certain words like that are called future words, future denoting word or future showing words. Here I have given a list of future showing words. You can see tomorrow. Tomorrow indicates the coming time, the next day, that will come. Tomorrow, next week, next year, next month, coming week, and soon means these words, they indicate about the some time that is to come in future. So these are certain words that denote future tense. As in the past, I told you yesterday, last week, they were the past denoting words. And now here these are the tomorrow, next week, next year, next month. These are future denoting words. They show what? They show future. Now see this sentence, he will go to Kanpur tomorrow. Means this is what he is planning to go to Kanpur tomorrow. So here we use future tense. And if in future tense we use the helping verbs will and shall. This is to keep in mind that we use will and shall for the future tenses. And here you can see what is the rule. For this we use in the simple future tense, which denotes the future action. What is this rule? The rule is will oblique shall plus verb first form. Verb 1 means root form of the verb, any first form of the verb. first form of the verb we will use with will or shall. We will not use any other form of the verb. Like go is the first form, go, went, gone, three forms of the verb. I already told you about the three forms of the verb in the previous chapters. So I think there is no doubt in the forms of verbs. So here we use in this simple future tense will, shall. Will, either use will or you can use shall. And here the point to be noted is this, that we use will uh, with any subject, and shall we can use only with I and we. We use shall only with, this shall is used only with I and we. And will we can use with anyone, with any other subject, he, she, they, you. Okay, Ram, Syam, Aman, whosoever. Will can be used with anyone. Also we can use with will with I and we also, but we can't use shall with other subjects. We use shall only with I and we, and we can use will also with I and we. This is to keep in mind. Okay, so this is what your rule of simple future tense. We will use either will or shall as a helping verb and main verbs first form to make the sentences of simple future tense. Now here you can see the examples. As I told you, shall we can use with I and we only, and will we can use with all other subjects. And here it is mentioned that we can use will with I and we also. We can use will with I and we also. With an example I would like to show you. Like, I shall participate in the quiz, and alternatively we can say that I will participate in the quiz, and both are correct. You can use shall also, you can use will also. But here you see the next example, he will play football and he shall play football. So he will play football is the correct, but he shall football, it will go wrong. So we can't use shall with other subjects other than I and we. We can use shall only with I and we. This is to keep in mind. Now if you start by expressing your future plans in simple future tense, then you need to make sentences negative and interrogatives also. Earlier we know that we put a not after the helping verb to make the sentences negative if the helping verb is there. So here you can see that we will use will or shall plus not plus verb first form for making negative sentences. Here you see, he will not play. After will we put this not here. We can put this not here, and this sentence will become negative. And as we know from our previous chapters, that for making an interrogative sentence we need to use helping verb in the beginning. Helping verb in the beginning of the sentence, and a question mark at the end, and it will become an interrogative sentence. So here you can see, will he play. You can see here you can see, will he here it's not visible there, so I need to expand it. Here, will he play football tomorrow, and a question mark at the end. You can see a question mark at the end. Here you can see this question mark. This question mark is must. Also you need to keep in mind, when you know pretty well then that when a sentence starts, then the word the first word is capital. So while putting the helping verb in the beginning, in the starting of the sentence, we need to make it capital. Here you can see this is small, but when it comes in the beginning of the sentence, it will become capital. And a question mark at the end of the sentence is must for making an interrogative sentence. I hope it is clear to you. So in this way you can easily make negative and interrogative sentences in this simple future tense. So on the basis of this we can say that we use simple future tense to describe the actions of that we are going to plan for future, and we use these future denoting words like tomorrow, next week, next year, next month, and will and shall plus verb first form, root form of the verb, for making the sentences in simple future tense. And also we can make negatives and interrogatives. By simply putting not after the helping verb and putting the helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. I hope it is clear to you. If there is a doubt, you can ask in the doubt session. Thank you.